katanas, Japanese stuff, sword fights, persimmons, pagodas, and a combat system that has no right to be as fun as it is. I'll touch on all of these and more. But first,
how would you play this? Well, there are 3 different components. You have the parry system, you have your shinobi tools, and you have your abilities. So the first one, the parry system, what that means is every enemy, as they attack, the moment that they are about to strike you, you press the block button, and it parries the attack. And it's all about timing and rhythm and all of that good shit. Then shinobi tools. So you have stuff like the shuriken. Of course, you have a flame vent, which is basically just you get to shove fire in your enemy's face, which is kind of cool. Another one that I think is just hilarious is you get to throw money in people's faces, and it like stuns them. It's kind of hilarious. And lastly, the abilities. You can choose only one of these, so it's very important that you get comfortable with the one you choose. A lot of them are just fun to use. Like there's one that you basically just hold the sword above your head and then you do a double chopping motion, and it's very overpowered. It's pretty good. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Now the real question. Is this game hard? Yes. The first time. Sekiro is a rhythm game, first and foremost. Once you learn the boss's rhythms, it's not easily forgotten. The moves, the positioning, and counters, all things the player learns through errors they've made. And just like riding a bike, you never really forget it. Or at least that's how it was for me. I will say there are a couple outliers like the Demon of Hate and the Giant Ape, because it's basically you fighting giants. But besides that, I could remember almost all the boss's moves by my second death. After that, it's just a matter of executing the right counters to win. Once you learn the combat, the only other thing to talk about is the story. You first start off with breaking out of a prison. Meet up with this kid called Kuro, the dragon kid, whose blood turns people immortal. You get your arm chopped off trying to save this kid Kuro, and you were left for dead. But a one-armed sculptor rescues you and gives you a prosthetic arm. Then flashback to when you fought a butterfly. Then present day, you fight a giant snake who wants to marry you, but you stab its eye. Fight a horseman. Then you reach the Ashina Castle, the Ashina City. Fight the guy who took the kid plus your arm. You kill him, but then he resurrects and hops over the railing. Super weird, but I digress. Kuro tells you there are 2 items you need in order to go to the Fountainhead Palace, so you can fight a dragon. One item being guarded by a giant ape with a sword sticking out of him, and the other being guarded by a ghost monk. But once both are achieved, you go back to the boy, but your dad stops you and is like, yo, I'm back with the milk. Listen, you should just listen to me now. But Sekiro, in the good ending, says no. So as any good father would do, he tries to kill you, but you defeat him. Now you can go to the Fountainhead Palace via a giant rope stick figure. I don't know what that one was about, but you dodge a tentacle man, a giant koi fish, and soccer balls infused with lightning. Eventually arriving at the dragon fight. Now this dragon has a sword. It's pretty cool. Sword! So you beat him and you take the tier that you need. But arriving back at the castle, Lord Ishin has died, an old guy that gave you a bunch of alcohol. Oh, and Kuro has been kidnapped. A side quest where you fight the sculptor who's turned into a giant big-ass demon. But back to the main quest, Kuro has been taken by the guy with the funny jump. But this time, you're ready. You easily overwhelm him, but then he uses his dying wish to summon his grandfather, a fierce warrior in his prime. And yeah, it was the alcoholic old man that literally just died like a second ago. That respawn timer is impressive. Well, you eventually beat him, then picking one of 3 endings that are rather confusing, or they just suck, so I'ma skip them. Yeah! Overall, overall, this game's great. Every boss you encounter is unique and will give a new player a hard time, but will also still give someone who's played it before an enjoyable fight. A good run for their money, as they say. So I'm gonna give Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, your dad's long-ass braid of hair, over a dragon munching on a fresh persimmon.
That sucked. Make a better one.
Okay, jeez. I give this game one sad shamazin player with a bucket over her head over 2 guardian apes doing a full trapeze set. Look at them go. There, are you happy?
Yes.